Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's class. We are going to be discussing palm oil storage and trading for 2026. So I've made a video on this already. So this will be a kind of opportunity. If you have a question, you can also ask. And then if you're already into palm oil business and maybe you have a little input that you want someone to learn so we can all grow together, you can also drop it in the comment section. But I decided to bring out this topic today because I took out time to study palm oil last year. In fact, the previous year, that is 2024, 2025, I've studied this product and I made a video listing out some of the things that you have to know before you go into storage of palm oil. I also made it clear that if you don't know those things, it doesn't make sense for you to store palm oil. So this evening or this morning, depending on where you're watching, I want us to look out for how we can do this business properly. I want to share with you practical info, tips that I've learned from many people who are into this business. So I've, I've been I've been saying this for a long time that the easiest way for you to make money in agriculture is to sell farm produce. What that means is that you don't have to be the owner of pan farm or be a owner of mill before you start making money from palm oil. In fact, you might not even be in a community that produce palm oil. You might not even be, let me say, within Nigeria, but you'll be able to make money with palm oil. And these are the things that we are going to be discussing in today's class. So palm oil trading, palm oil storage, how are you going to make money from the business, how to buy right, when to sell right, because these are some of the things that you have to know when you're buying, where to buy, how to sell, and where to sell. When you know this, you'll be able to make profit in palm oil business. But when you don't know this, you buy and you will not make profit. So in the video that I made before, I explained to us that one of the mistakes I did last year was that someone reached out to me around, in fact, let me just put it, it was late. The price of palm oil as at that time was 60,000. But if you study palm oil, last in 2024, they sold palm oil for almost 80,000 naira. Palm oil was sold for almost 80,000 last in 2024. So people were predicting that, okay, 2025, it will also hit that level. Now remember, I'm referring to wholesalers. If not even this year, palm oil sold for more than 80,000 naira, right, in some places. So I'm referring to people who are dealing wholesale. So people who did wholesale last year, or let me say in 2025, sold around 70,000. Let me say 60,000 was the highest they sold. So when I got this money, some of my people here, in fact, I think one of them is here on YouTube. She reached out to me, gave me money to buy palm oil and do the storage for her. Then we sell at the end of the day. But when I got that money and I started making research, I saw that the time to buy palm oil has gone. We are late. I was looking at it. If we should buy palm oil at 60,000 per gallon, so a keg here we're referring to the 25 liter. If we buy at that amount, how much are we going to resell? That was my concern. So after doing my search, I said no. The best thing to do is to refund these people their money because the buying time is late. So this is the first thing you have to know if you want to make money through palm oil storage this year. You have to buy at the right time. I don't know But based on so many people who have been into this business for a long time, they are always saying the best time to buy is February, March. In fact, if you watch the video I made on this, I even attached some of the feedback people gave me on Facebook. I attach all the feedback there so you can see it and see that, okay, this is what we are discussing. People are like, no, the best time to buy is March, February, March to February. So if you want to go into palm oil storage this year, this is the time for you to prepare. This is the time for you to prepare. Now, what is the preparation? The first thing you need to look out for, market. How can I sell this palm oil? That is the first thing we have to discuss. And that is the first thing I also made mention in my video. If you're buying palm oil now, who are you going to sell to? Do you have a market in mind? This is the first thing we have to know, because if you don't have a market in mind and you go ahead and buy palm oil, you'll be frustrated. If you don't have a market in mind and you buy palm oil, you will be frustrated. So today I want us to look out for, where is the market? Our conversation today is going to be very short, direct. Where is the market for palm oil? If you're going into palm oil storage, where is the market? This is what I'm going to explain to us today. Where is the market for you to sell your palm oil? Now, in Nigeria, we know that palm oil comes from the eastern part of Nigeria. So if you go to places like, let's say, Anambra State, you go to places like Imo State, you go to places like, let's say, even from the south, we have places like Akwa Ibom, we have places like Cross River State, we have places like Port Harcourt. They all produce palm oil. River State, they all produce palm oil. Now, this state that produce palm oil, they sell to other states within Nigeria. So if you come to northern Nigeria, some of us who are based here, we know that we don't have access to palm trees here. You search the whole northern Nigeria, you will not see palm trees. There's nothing like forest. Now, palms do well in, let me say, in down eastern part of Nigeria, west. It doesn't do well here in northern Nigeria. So the market for you to sell your palm oil is in northern Nigeria. So if you're from the eastern part, from the south, where people have access to palm oil, I'm telling you that your market is not there. Your market is in what? Northern Nigeria. But this is where many people find it difficult. They don't want to travel, or they don't know how they can sell there. So it's not that you just enter bus say you want to travel. You need to know, how can you sell there? Now this is where many people find it difficult. They don't know how they can sell palm oil in northern Nigeria, because that is where you make profit. Now, looking at me, for example, as someone who is from Benue State, if I am selling yam, my market is not in Benue State, because in Benue State here, everyone is producing yam. So most definitely, I will need to take my yam to states where they don't produce yam in large quantity. These are the places where I will have to take my product to sell. So we are discussing where to sell your palm oil. A few minutes, I'm coming. I want to know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching from. I don't know if you can hear me. Please let me know in the comment section that you can hear me, so that I will know I'm not just speaking to myself. What is this? Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Where are you watching from? Let me know this so that I can know. Okay, good. Oga Daniel say he can hear me. Fantastic. So we are discussing where to sell your palm oil and how much are you going to sell in those places. So like I was saying before, as a me who is based in Kano State, I can tell you for free that Kano is one of the first market you should be looking out for. If you're going into palm oil storage or you're already into the business, Kano State is one of the major states you should be targeting that you sell your product in. Now, one of the reasons is this. Kano is like, or it's not even like, Kano is the hub of agriculture in northern Nigeria. So when you come to Kano State, state like Katsina, Kaduna, Niger State, Gombe, Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi State, what again? They all bring their farm produce to sell in Kano. So you see people from different parts of West Africa, people from Niger, Chad, Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic, different parts of Africa, they come to Kano State to buy farm produce. Now, if you bring your palm oil to Kano, it will be easier for you to sell. It will be easier for you to sell. So some of you, maybe you can say, oh, I don't have anybody in Kano State. How am I going to do it? I don't know. You have to travel. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to set up a training that is coming up next month. Physical training on trading of agro commodities. I'm going to receive people. In fact, people have started paying for the training because I want it to be like, I've done a lot of online training. If you're here on my channel before, you will see that I've made a lot of videos on trading. You have watched so much of my videos on training, but I decided to say, okay, let me do a training where you come, you will sit, we will meet one-on-one. I will take you to the market. A few markets here in Kano, we'll visit market, you see traders, you understand how they are doing business, you get to know the prices of some farm produce. So the training is coming up next month, 20th to 21st of February, for just 50,000 naira. Some people have started paying. I've made a video on that already. So if you want to be part of the training, you can also reach out to me on WhatsApp and we'll add you. So what I'm saying is this. Kano is one of the states where you can sell your palm oil, or you should consider if you want to do palm oil storage. As I speak with you now, a keg of palm oil in Kano State is around 80,000, 70,000 naira for retail. Now, you who is coming as a wholesaler, you can sell for at least 60K. You can sell for at least 60K. So if you're looking at, I want to do palm oil storage, that is why I'm saying there are many other factors to consider. I've made a video on that. But today I'm telling you that the first thing you have to consider is, where am I going to sell this palm oil? I see a lot of vehicles because I'm from here. I see trucks moving palm oil from that side to here. You know, people coming to buy. Now, another place where you can sell your palm oil is Niger State. How many of you know Niger State? Have you been to Niger State before? Niger State is close to Abuja. So people from Abuja go to Niger State to buy palm oil. Another state you can sell your palm oil is what? Nasarawa State. This state that borders Abuja, if you sell palm oil there, or you have You create a market there, you make a lot of money. So how are you going to sell this palm oil? First thing first, you need to visit. When you visit some of these dealers, you let them know, okay, you have palm oil and you can supply to them, and this is how much you can supply to them. Now mind you, many of them, they already have suppliers. Maybe in Imo State, they already have someone who is supplying them there. So when coming to them, don't think they don't have suppliers. They have. The only thing is that you are trying to also expand your market. And if your price is fair, I'm not sure they will say, no, we will not buy from you. We already have someone who is supplying to us. No, they will buy. So let's assume you buy palm oil for 100,000. You buy palm oil for 40,000 naira currently, and then you wait for people ask again, when can I sell? If I should do storage, when can I sell? In the video I made, I explained in that video that look, when to sell, we don't have any fixed date that you sell your palm oil. You sell your palm oil when you are in profit. So for example, if I'm you, I bought my palm oil at say 40,000, and then after a few days the price moved from that 50,000 to from that 40,000 to 50,000. That is give or take, I'm on profit of more than 5,000 per keg. I will sell. I will not wait and say okay, let it get to I will sell once the profit margin is okay for me. So this is one thing I want you to learn. Don't be waiting to say okay until the price hit so and so amount before I will sell. No. So what I'm also looking out for is to be able to create a market here in Kano for some of my community people who want me to help them to get buyers from here. In fact, I have one of the chairman of one of their markets, right? But the thing is, I spoke with him concerning palm oil, and he told me, no, I can bring palm oil. He showed me the quality by, they have different qualities and their prices. So anytime I have, I should bring for him. So what I'm looking at doing is that a few persons in my community who we have access to palm oil that want to sell, I can help them to work with these people so that they can bring it, supply, make their money. No matter how small, if the turnover is fine, you make good money from it. So this is one of the major things you have to know as someone who wants to go into palm oil storage. The best month to buy is starting by next month. That is the best time for you to buy. And like I say, as you're buying, be looking at where is the market, where am I going to resell. So when you get your market, then the next thing you have to look out for is logistic. How am I going to transport my say 100 keg from Imo State to Kano State or to Niger State or to Abuja to resell? You have to also know that. And for some of us who are youth, like you're my age, you're not like all those old women in the village, you should start creating content about palm oil in your community on social media. Now, one thing about social media is that it will help you to sell outside of your state. It will help you to sell outside of your state. In fact, it will help you to sell outside of Africa. That is what I mean. Outside of Africa, you can sell. So palm oil storage and trading is very profitable. But like I say, buy at the right time, sell to the right market, target the right profit margin. Don't be greedy. You will make a lot of money. So someone might ask me, how much is the average, or let me say, what is the least amount I can use to invest in this business that will give me profit? Now, for some people who are going it, let me say on a commercial scale, I would recommend you do let's say 20 gallon above. 20 gallon above. So let's say you're buying a gallon for 40,000, and then you should be able to buy 20 keg above. So that is the cost of you starting this business for me. You can buy 5 keg, you can buy 2 keg, but I'm saying the best one I would recommend for you is that you should do 20 keg and above. That is for small scale people. Now, if you're looking at middle scale, you should be doing 100 keg. 100 keg of palm oil. You sell. This one is depending on how much you have. And another thing you also have to know about storage is that I recommend storage for people who have, maybe let's say they have capital, they don't have the time to be moving about every day to day running. Oh, I need to send 3 keg or 5 keg. They are busy, they are working class people. They just want to have investment in agriculture. These are the people that can do storage. But for you, even right now, if you can buy palm oil in Imo State and bring it to Kano, you will be in profit. So that is what you should be doing. So if you don't have any other job, you have maybe just 1 million or 4 million, that is, you don't have any other job, I would recommend buying and selling immediately. I've made a video on flipping of agro commodities. I explained to us how flipping can help you make big money, right? So you can also do the flipping, the same thing with palm oil. But if you're a working class, 9 to 5, you already have another business, then you just want to diversify your investment, multiple streams of income from different sources, you're into a different industry, you want to have money in agriculture, yes, you can do storage of palm oil. But aside of that, you should be trading, not storage. So common mistake that people make, they buy at the wrong time, they don't check quality. I'm trying to round up the video now. Someone is watching me from Ibadan. Thank you. They don't check quality. They don't look for the market first before buying. So these are the common mistakes people make. Number 1, they buy at the wrong time. Number 2, they don't check or look out for market first before buying that commodity. Number 3, they buy the wrong quality. Palm oil has grade though. Someone can tell you, oh, my own is just 25,000. What grade? Buy the best quality. If you are going into palm oil storage or trading, always go for the quality. I was speaking with one of the dealers here in Kano, and he was telling me that they have grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So if you bring your palm oil and it's grade 1, the money for grade 1 is not the same with grade 2. So you who is a beginner or someone who wants to make good money from this business, you should be looking at high quality, grade 1. Don't buy least quality palm oil. So it's another mistake many people make. They buy least quality. They don't even know that this palm oil is quality by quality. Their own is that they need palm oil, so they just buy. Don't do like that. Don't make that mistake. Verify the quality. People who are selling this palm oil, they know. If you can ask them, what quality is this? Give me the best quality. This is what I need. So I believe I've been able to break that video that I've made already for you so that you can have an idea on how. I say with capital, you can start with 1 million, you can start with 500,000, but you should be doing nothing less than 20 keg, 100 keg. That is better for you. So if you have a question to ask me concerning palm oil storage, palm oil trading, you can go ahead and drop it in the comment section and I will respond to you. So I will just dedicate maybe just 10 minutes to answer, and then we close for today. In fact, I was not able to come online earlier. I'm very late. Many people have slept here in Nigeria, right? So, but I still believe some people will watch the replay and they will get the same information that just dropped here. So tomorrow we are going to have another live stream by 9 o'clock, let me say 8 p.m. to 9, I'll be coming live where we'll be discussing another interesting topic. So it's time for questions now. If you have a question, you can ask me. Wisdom is watching from Imo State. If you have a question, you can drop it concerning, we're discussing palm oil today. So if you have a question on palm oil, you can drop it in the comment section. If you have a question, you can drop in the comment section. We'll just use 10 minutes to answer questions, and then we'll call it a day for today. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss more. Okay, someone is watching from France. Welcome. It's time for questions now. If you have any question that you want me to answer regarding palm oil storage, palm oil trading, you can drop it and I will respond. Okay, many people are just joining now. Sadly, we are almost done with our class for today. The class was not announced properly, so I just decided to drop a quick video here, explain some of the things that are listed in the video. So if you have that question, you can ask anytime. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining me from France. Thank you. So I believe here this is midnight in Nigeria. So many people are already asleep. Okay, so thanks everyone for today. We are going to be live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, where we'll be discussing another interesting topic. In fact, throughout this week, I might be coming live 8 p.m. Nigerian time so we can discuss. So if you're just joining, thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Denison. You can call me Billionaire Farmer. Thank you.